Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Towson University Men's Lacrosse, where this afternoon the Tigers taking on Drexel in the first CAA game of the season. Spiro Marikas along with Tiger all-time leading goal scorer and Hall of Famer Glenn Smith. And Glenn, Towson coming in 1-5 off a 19-12 loss against Virginia, while Drexel comes in with a nice win last week against St. Joe's, a team that beat Towson. Drexel beat them 18-16. Dragons 3-3 overall. Important game for both of these teams as we are now in conference play.
Yes, anytime Towson and Drexel play, it's going to probably be a high-scoring game. Both teams very similar. They turn the ball over, getting good goalie play, face-offs, and like you said, tournament or conference game, everyone's important.
Tigers this afternoon looking to, they lost to Virginia by 7 goals, but they played well. They certainly did not embarrass themselves against the number one team last week.
I don't think so. I thought they played very well for a while. It got out of hand a little bit towards the end, but Evan Long played terrific. Come on, Virginia's the number one team in the country. And I think Towson played well down in Charlottesville.
The Dragons, led by Sean Donnelly, he's got 17 goals and 5 assists. Then you got Jack Mulcahy, who is the reigning CAA Offensive Player of the Year from last season. He's got 8 goals and 9 assists. And the freshman Connor Hooley, off to a good start. He's got 9 goals to start this season for Drexel. Tigers will have Matt Constantinidis facing off, and he did a good job against LaSalle last week.
Yes. Hey, look, Towson's got a goalie, Evan Long. It looks like he's trenched in. He's doing a nice job. And Matt Constantinidis is just getting better every week. And he's played against some really good Fogos so far this year. And it's going to be a heck of a battle today.
Justin Joseph is the face-off man for Drexel. He wins about 54%. And we are underway, and the procedure against Matt, and Drexel will have it.
Yeah, he left just a little too early. Drexel ball, top of the box.
As they'll throw it out near midfield to Mulcahy.
Drexel's a team that does not use a lot of midfields. They usually just use one midfield. Mulcahy controls the ball a lot. CAA Player of the Year, we'll say that quite a bit today.
Gets it to Tomac, who comes down the right side.
He was hurt last year. He comes back off injury.
Back up the left, they get it to Mulcahy. Top of the box, moving to the left is Augustine. He comes down, throws back behind the cage. Feed out front, shot wide. And Drexel will keep it 40 on the shot clock.
Towson was in a zone. Now they go man-to-man. They switch it up a little bit.
Donnelly comes up the right side, working on Zangalia. Feed in front, shot, and a save by Evan Long right at his feet as the Tigers will try to clear.
Yeah, that's simple. He got stuffed.
So the Tigers will set up on offense. They've got Bender on the attack along with DeMeo. And Joaquin Villagomez, the freshman who's got 13 goals.
Terrific start. Obviously very good on fast breaks and loose ball, unsettled situations. That's where he scored most of his goals.
Feed out front as Villagomez has it up top. He comes down the right, tries to throw a pass to Mikey Weissauer, and it's intercepted by the Dragons as streaking over midfield.
It's just unusual for Villagomez to be at the top of the box in a midfield situation, but he gets stripped.
Greenwald stripped him. They throw it out to Hooley on the near side. Dragons blue tops, white pants. Tigers in all white wearing special commemorative first responder uniforms today, as it is First Responder Day at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Brisk day, temperatures in the high 40s, windy, but
still a pretty nice day. Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot better, too.
I'll take it.
Feed down the right side to Curcio. Work it out front, left side to Waller. Waller gets it back up top to Jack Joyner. Feed on the far side. 20 left on the shot clock. Up the right shot.
Yeah, it's a bomb goal.
Shot it wide was Donnelly. Now 10 on the shot clock as Waller throws it back out up top to Joyner. Far side, shot taken, and it's wide, and it's going to be Drexel ball, but just 2 seconds on the shot clock, and they'll just dump it. So we're 3 minutes in, no score so far.
Yeah, Max Semple with 2 shots and 2 saves by Evan Long. Towson clearing here.
It's the Tigers. McNamara gets it up the midfield to Ray Glass. Glass feeds on the far side. It's the Tigers. Get it down the left to Villa Gomez. Now back out up front to Mikey Weissauer. The freshman had a hat trick against Virginia, his first goals of the season.
He's got this. Phew.
Feed over to Berkeley on the left side. Kyle moves in. He gets stripped as he's trying to shoot. Ball rolling loose and goes out of bounds.
Towson ball.
Off of Luke Carden will remain Towson ball, and they'll get a new shot clock. Far side, Villa Gomez. Feed out front to Josh Weber. Weber on the near side to Weissauer. Weissauer coming down the right. Turns, stops, passes up top to DeMeo. Feed over to Berkeley.
He's got
Berkeley
this.
in the middle of the field, fires high, and the new shot clock is
It was
Blumenthal got a piece of it.
Blumenthal went to Friends right down the street here. Senior goalie.
Work it out.
He's got this.
Weber. And he gets checked as he fires. Took something off that shot. Ball loose left of the cage and scooped up by the Dragons. So here comes Liam Kammer as he brings it over midfield. 10.5 to go first quarter. Still no score between these two. Both have been capable of putting big goals up, but both have also been capable of not putting big goals up.
You just do the stat comparison, very similar. Some difficulty clearing the ball, high turnovers, giving up a lot of goals. One team 1-5, the other 3-3. I would say Towson's strength of schedule is a little more difficult, but
so Dragons trouble, but finally Donnelly picks it up on the near side. 30 left on the shot clock, gets it to Tomac. Top left, Tomac feeds down the left side as he gets it to Augustine. Augustine working on the short stick. Potter comes up the left. Spins, throws it back up top to Tomac. Tomac with 9 goals and 5 assists this year. He shoots wide right. 5 left on the shot clock. So Drexel, if they choose to dump it here, will have 2 possessions where they've done nothing with it. Nope, they're going to come up. Donnelly double teamed, lost it, and there's your shot clock violation. The official's a little slow.
Oh, my goodness. Reese Potter gets it, though. He's in
As
trouble
Evan
here.
Long kind of whiffed as he tried to throw a pass. The Tigers get it, and Zangalia brings it over midfield.
Here
Out
comes
to
Austin Stewart.
9 minutes to go first quarter, no score.
So this is the second midfield unit for Towson. Stewart, Alex Reed, and Chop Gallagher.
Chop, who started the year playing the attack, has been moved to the midfield. Work it back behind. Villa Gomez. He comes up the left. Feed to Gallagher, top right. Gallagher moving down.
Got it.
Turns, passes behind. DeMeo dodging, spins, shoots, and a save by Blumenthal. Ball rolls out to the right. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Towson. It'll be Drexel ball.
Towson's going to have to shoot the ball very well today. That was a heck of a shot by DeMeo. Big save, Blumenthal. He had 16 saves against St. Joseph's last week.
Evan Long of the Tigers had 10 saves in the first quarter against Virginia. So far, he hasn't really been challenged. Up top, Joyner passes to his right, line shot and a deflection. Good defensive play there by Colby Bars. As the ball goes out of bounds, will remain Drexel ball with 57 on the shot clock. Donnelly throws over on the far side. Work it up top to Semple. Semple passes to his left to Joyner. Work it behind the cage. Spinning and coming up is Scandoni. Back up top to Joyner.
Good double here by Towson.
Joyner in trouble, trying to get away. Throws far side. Now down low, shot
nice
to
save.
tie.
Wow. Low to high shot by Semple, and Evan Long just the last second tips the ball. Drexel ball behind.
Now the officials are going to talk about whether he tipped it or not because they haven't changed the shot clock.
Nope. No. You know that little symbol where they just flip the finger up like this?
Right.
So we'll keep it at about 17 seconds left.
Donnelly up the left. Throws far side, and it gets past Scandoni, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be Tiger ball. Again, Drexel came into this game with 111 turnovers in 6 games. The Tigers with 113.
Right.
So neither team has taken care of the ball this year. These two head coaches, both graduates of Johns Hopkins. Sean Nadlin for Towson and Brian Volker for the Dragons.
Not just good coaches, they were really good players in their day.
And both good people.
Yes, very nice guys. And we're not being corny, we're being serious. They're good people.
And both of Towson's assistants are Drexel grads.
Yeah.
Billy Gomez up top to Weissauer. Weissauer going to shoot wide. Will remain Tiger ball as they back it up. 42 seconds on the shot clock. 6:30 to go first quarter, and nobody been able to score. Weber up top to Berkeley. Berkeley moves down. He shoots wide. But Towson back, and they'll keep it with 31 on the shot clock.
That's why we talk about that statistic about shots and shots on goal. You got to get it on the 6x6. If you miss it wide, I mean, it just doesn't accomplish a whole lot.
Weissauer up top to Berkeley, far side to Bender, or to Weber, excuse me. And DeMeo stepped in the crease.
And he dropped the ball.
Get it.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, too.
So now the Dragons trying to clear. They have not been great, 82%, but they clear here. 5:48 to go here in the first quarter, no score. Dragons setting up the offense.
What's crazy is Mulcahy, the CA player of the year, really hasn't touched the ball much. Here he goes.
He's got it now up top. Feed on the left side as he gets it to Tomac.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Big, strong, good speed.
Tomac feeds down low to Mulcahy, who shoots wide left and out of bounds, but backed up by Donnelly with 35 on the shot clock.
Donnelly, a transfer from Syracuse. Oh, looks like we got a timeout.
So a timeout on the field. 5:19 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Our score, Towson 0, Drexel 0. Back to Johnny Unitas Stadium. Drexel with the ball. 5:10 to go here in this first quarter. Dragons 20 on the shot clock as the Tigers with a double team and steal the ball away from Jack Joyner.
Push it.
And here
you got
come
numbers.
the Tigers.
Push it.
McNamara does not listen to Glenn, and he doesn't push it. He passes backwards.
Here we go.
Get it over to Austin Stewart on the far side.
He drills the pole.
4:38 to go first quarter, no score. Stewart passes over on the far side to Alex Reed. Reed coming down the left.
He always likes to invert. He's got the short stick, so that's probably what we're going to see right here.
Mulcahy on him. Feeds it back behind.
You want to take him to the goal. He's an offensive player.
Bender turns, shoots, weak shot.
Deflected.
And whistle, and the Tigers in the crease again. So 4:02 to go first quarter with no score. Again, first CAA game for both teams.
I'd trap Drexel a little bit. Obviously, they have trouble clearing.
Greenwald with a long stick.
Yeah, Spagnoli's doing a great job.
And a timeout called by Brian Volker. 3:41 to go here in the first. Well, you know, today is the first day of big CAA action. We had a game earlier this week, or last week, where Delaware beat Monmouth. Was the first CAA game of the year, but Stony Brook is at Hampton, Villanova in a non-conference game against Monmouth, and then Fairfield is at Hofstra. And those are two teams that have struggled, much like the Tigers have struggled. But got to finish in the top four.
Yes, that's all that matters.
Well, you'd like to finish first. That way you host the whole thing.
Well, that's true, too. But let's be honest. I would say right now Delaware is the favorite. They have a lot of returners. They had the upset win in the tournament last year against Georgetown. But to me, I think any of these 4 or 5 teams could win the conference.
Good barometer tomorrow for Delaware. They play Hopkins.
Hopkins has played well. They've won the games that they should, and they won last night against the Naval Academy. And tomorrow night they host Delaware 7 o'clock at Homewood. Big game today is Maryland, Virginia. Obviously, Maryland won back-to-back. Well, actually, back-to-back national championships. But
and beat Virginia last year in the championship.
Yeah. And last year, the doubleheader, Duke played Towson and Maryland played Virginia down at Audi Field. We got to see that matchup.
All right, Drexel has 55 on the shot clock. Mulcahy passes on the far side. So they get it to Curcio. Feed bottom left corner. Coming in, shooting and scoring is Potts.
Yeah, it was a nice, just an individual effort. Tristan Plotz, 5'10" sophomore from
First
New Jersey.
goal of the year.
Yeah, he just was left with a short stick on the goal line, extended and splits the defense and dives towards the crease.
So 1-0 in favor of Drexel with 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. And this face-off controlled by no one. Ball loose, flags down, and the Tigers going to be a man down.
It might be a push with possession, 30. I'd like to see the replay of that.
They kind of sandwiched Justin Joseph, the face-off man. As we see what the penalty is.
Cross-check. 1 minute.
Yep. Unreleasable. So the Dragons up a man.
That was Ray Glass for Towson on the cross-check.
Drexel 37.5% on the year. Tiger opponents have been deadly, 56% in extra mans.
Need a big save here by Evan Long.
Jack Clark feeds up the left side to Donnelly. Top of the box, they get it to Tomac. Work it back around. Back up top to Donnelly. Passes far side. Feed back up top.
Looking for that skip pass.
And feed in the middle, not handled cleanly. And then Tomac lost control. Ball rolling loose towards midfield. And finally picked up by Donnelly. That was a 2-minute penalty. So a minute 20 still left. And Drexel shooting wide and
it was
backed up by Mulcahy.
It was deflected by Brandon Hunn.
Mulcahy works it to Tomac up top. Donnelly, far side. Shot, save, Evan Long.
Got to get it out of there, guys. Nice save, though.
Ball comes out and is picked up by Mulcahy. 58 seconds left on the penalty. Now Donnelly from way outside is wide, but backed up by the Dragons. Mulcahy takes it back behind the goal. Works it to Tomac, who scores.
Nice job by Mulcahy. He's a really good feeder. He's point behind. He goes towards the left, and then just down the backside, Tomac just drifts in on the backside. Nobody picks him up. Lays it over Evan Long's shoulder.
And still 48 seconds left on the penalty. 2:07 left in the quarter. Tigers down 2-0. So Justin Joseph has won both the faceoffs so far. Not this time, but a whistle against Constantinides. That's his second. And the Dragons will get it. Still a man up.
Yeah, that would hurt. I mean, 2 minutes. They get another goal here. It's going to be tough.
Work it out front. Pass to Tomac. Down the left side to Donnelly. Swing it around top right. Now Donnelly up top. To his left to Tomac to Mulcahy. Back up top to Donnelly. Back to Tomac on his left. They play catch. Now over on the far side. Feed. Back to Donnelly from way outside. Wide right.
Ooh.
5 seconds left on the penalty.
That could have been Towson ball. Nice job by Evan Long. Almost got it.
Mulcahy feeds to his right. Teams are at even strength. Donnelly feeds. Tomac again from the same spot on the left side, about 6 yards out, and it's 3-0 Drexel. They score 2 goals on that extra man.
That is a killer.
Officially it won't be, but the guy was still running on the field when Tomac got the goal scored.
Just really nice ball rotation by Drexel on the outside, and the last pass on the right side. Tomac should not be left alone. Too good of a scorer. He has 2. Drexel 14 shots, 3 goals.
Sophomore from North Haven, Connecticut. 1:14 left in the quarter. And Constantinides wins the faceoff. Matt comes down, being chased, feeds, shot,
there you
score!
Go.
Tigers on the long stick. Sam Marin with his first goal of the year.
Man, did he put some mustard on that? That was pretty. Constantinides, great face-off, comes down fast break. He pushes it. I love the transition. Top of the box, Sam Marin winds up that 72-inch pole, a high bounce shot, and Ross Blumenthal is a nice goaltender, but he wasn't going to save that one. That thing was 90+. Towson needed it.
So 1:04 left in the quarter. We didn't have any goals scored for the first 11 minutes.
I was getting a little sleepy. There you go, ball down.
And Constantinides gets it.
Needs help.
Tries to get it to DeMeo.
That's a hold. That should be called a hold, and it's not. Watch out.
And Constantinides double team. Ball loose. Still loose. And Constantinides had it, lost it again. And Liam Kammer comes away with it. Down to 38 seconds left in the quarter.
Towson's got to get in the hole. I think they're going to push this.
Kammer feeds on the right. Back up top. Shot, save, Evan Long as Justin Joseph. No, it wasn't Joseph. Excuse me.
Here we got numbers again, Spiro. You got to take this.
Feed, shot, hits the pipe.
Nice backup, Colby
Gomez hits the right pipe.
Man, that was a goal. Villa Gomez is money on those fast breaks.
Berkeley to DeMeo, 8 seconds left in the quarter.
Ooh.
Pass in the middle of the field. Loose.
That's a home run pass. You can't pass that, but it's the quarter's
and
over.
Evan Long going to get a cheap save as the quarter comes to an end. So we played 15 minutes. The Dragons lead 3-1. We'll come back to Johnny Unitas Stadium. Tigers are leading Drexel by a score of 3-1 as we get set for the second quarter of play. And Glenn, your early impressions here.
I think Towson, when they have the opportunity on transition, I think they have to go for it just to get some offensive going. That last 3 or 4 minutes there, Towson scored a goal. They pushed it. They had another transition situation with Villagomez, but he hits a pipe. And that's just a recognition thing. When you come down and you're on a slow break, don't always pull it out. I know that you're coached to play high percentage and set it up 6-on-6, but transition, when you have numbers and you have that advantage, I think it's something important,
Drexel outshot the Tigers in the first quarter, 16-8. Face-offs 3-2 Drexel. Both teams perfect on clears. Both have had some troubles this year. But a lot of turnovers. 5 by Drexel, 4 by the Tigers. Constantinides and Joseph come out again. Tigers will move right to left here in this second quarter. And Constantinides wins the draw, but having trouble picking it up and out of bounds over to Drexel.
He had it. He definitely has control over Justin Joseph. He's winning. It's just he's not getting a clean ground ball. Drexel has it.
Out front, Mulcahy, senior from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. CAA Offensive Player of the Year last year. Gets it over to Tomac, who's got 2 goals. Feeds behind to Hooley. Over on the far side to Plotz. Plotz has the other Drexel goal, his first of the year. Back up top to Tomac. Tomac getting bumped around. Comes back behind the cage. 35 on the shot clock. Tomac trying to move in. Reese Potter all over him. Now back up top to Plotz.
Down to 30.
Plotz tries to throw it to Hooley, and it goes right through his stick out of bounds.
He just dropped the ball.
Tigers will get it.
Yeah.
Garrett Sungalia sends it to the goalkeeper, Evan Long. Both goalies with 3 saves in the first quarter. McNamara brings it over midfield for the Tigers. Feeds it out to Reese Potter. Get it over to Kyle Berkeley.
Number 1's come in. These guys haven't really had a run in a while.
And Drexel has dominated time of possession.
Mm-hmm. 16 shots.
Weissauer coming down. Shoots wide. But already you can see a little more confidence in Mikey Weissauer.
Well, when you score against 3 against Virginia, it was definitely a confidence booster for him.
Out front, Weber.
He can run by anybody, Josh Weber.
And he has it stripped.
Good ground ball here.
But he picks it up out near midfield. Works it over on the far side. DeMayo. DeMayo knocked to the ground. Ball loose.
Please give it up.
It comes up top of Weber. Get it over to Berkeley. 15 on the shot clock. Berkeley double teamed. He shoots very high. Out of bounds. Villagomez backing it up. 11 on the shot clock. Villagomez double team. Flips it in front. Berkeley scores with 5 left on the shot clock. Kyle Berkeley with his 10th goal of the year, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, nice look inside to Berkeley. Bender saw him on the crease, and it looked like the Drexel defense was just unsettled. They weren't matched up, and Berkeley was wide open on the crease. He takes his time, lays it high-low fake on Blumenthal, and 3-2.
So now Constantinides and Joseph out to face off again. And this time Joseph wins it. He comes down, throws it backwards. Gets it out to Casey Waller. Or make that Connor McVicker. on the near side.
Yeah, Semple's lost some weight. He was a little chubbier last year. I could tell he's definitely lost weight. Not a big ball carrier, but he's a big guy, Canadian.
Sophomore. Get it behind to Donnelly. Throw it over on the far side. Now back out up top to Matt Martin. Pass to his left to Hooley. Feed, Hooley. Double team. Gets it to Scandone. Scandone behind the net. Lost it in the crease.
Yep.
And away with it is Garrett Zungalia.
Towson ball.
Garrett working his way up the midfield.
He's got to look up.
Gets it to Brandon Hund. Hund feeds to his left to Colby Bars. Tigers already have one goal from a long pole. Sam Marin with one of the two Tiger goals. And now the second midfield out there.
So Chop Gallagher, the former attackman, has a shorty. I'd like to see him invert here. Brandon Hund's going to step off, and here comes Alex Reed.
Give it off to Reed. Comes down the far side. Throws behind the cage. Villa Gomez over to Stewart. Stewart dodging the middle of the field. Shoots at Blumenthal with a save. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Drexel.
That was nice.
No, they changed it to the Tigers.
That was a really nice move by Austin Stewart, but a better save by Blumenthal. He was, 8 yards out?
Super, if that much.
Super save, really.
3-2 Dragons, 10:55 to go here.
You want to know why they beat St. Joseph's? Because of him. That's why. Ooh, bad
Austin
pass there.
Stewart tries to hit Bender, goes wide, but Villa Gomez runs it down.
That's what happens on this sport turf. If that was grass or...
By the way, the shot clock is not working properly.
He's got this. If he pushes it...
Feed in front, and Bender gets snuffed by Blumenthal.
I mean, it should be like 5-2 Towson, or 5-3. I mean, look, here we go.
And there's a steal by Villa Gomez.
What?
And then he has it stripped away, and Drexel gets it back. Take Kienzl.
Man.
Feeds on the near side.
Crazy.
He gets it to Semple. Semple throws it out to Mulcahy. 3-2 Dragons, 10 minutes to go, first half. Work it over on the far side to Tomac. Tomac gives it off to Waller. They play catch out front. Now Waller will come down into the attack zone, moving down. Feed behind the cage to Donnelly. Back up top to Mulcahy. Mulcahy double teamed. Behind to Hooley. Flag goes down. And a whistle as they stop play.
It looks like it was interference. Yep, interference with the cutters on Zungalia.
Why'd they stop play, though?
Good question. Maybe because he stepped in the crease. But that's going to be a 30-second EMO situation for Drexel.
Drexel officially has one goal in extra mans. There's really two and an unreleasable. Work it up top to the near side to Augustine. Throw it on the far side to Tomzak. Behind the goal to Donnelly. Back over far side, Mulcahy to Tomzak. Near side, Curcio.
Looking for that skip pass.
Feed it back behind to Donnelly. Teams are at even strength. Feed behind Donnelly. Tries to pass it to the near side to Augustine. Couldn't handle it cleanly and scooped up by McNamara for the Tigers.
Yep, so nice hold by the Towson defense there on the extra man.
8:38 to go in the half. 3-2 in favor of the Dragons.
Here comes Berkeley. Do you push it here? Nope.
Feeds over to DeMeo. Has he taken a shot yet?
really hasn't been in a situation to take a shot. He's fallen down a couple times.
Mikey Weissauer, far side.
Still bringing Josh Weber in.
Weissauer feeds behind to Villa Gomez.
Looks like he might go one-on-one here.
He's got a long stick on him. Feeds up the left side to Weissauer. Work it out to Weber. Weber coming down the right. Back up top. Weissauer over to Berkeley. Berkeley tries to make a move towards the goal. Shoots.
Nope.
And it's wide.
Back of the goal.
Blumenthal comes up with it. 3-2 Drexel, 7:38 to go in the half. Blumenthal with a pass up over midfield. Get it on the near side to Semple. Semple out top to Waller. Waller feeds top of the box. Shot save. Mulcahy at the head of Evan Long, and he makes it cleanly. Gives it off. Brandon Hunn flying over midfield.
He's pushing it.
Comes down, feeds. Marin looking for his second goal, and it's blocked in front. And here come the Dragons the other way.
They got this. This is a traditional 4-on-3 break if he gets the point, man.
Mulcahy feeds to Donnelly. Shoots
Blocked.
deflected by Brandon Hunt. Ball loose. Scooped up by the Dragons. Loose again. And Marin comes up with it.
What a nice display there by Marin. Comes down on the break. It looks like he got busted up there, but takes a nice shot. Good save, Blumenthal, but gets the ground ball.
Out to midfield. Glass couldn't handle the pass. It's loose, and a flag on Ray Glass.
Ray Glass played football at Calvert Hall, and I think you can tell. We've played 7 games this year. Ray has been the hit monster this year. Unfortunately, with the whole concussion thing these days, if you go above the waist and you hit somebody, good chances are they're going to call a penalty. And he's going to be in the box again, second time today.
And this will be the third Tiger penalty here this afternoon. Drexel leading 3-2 with 6:25 to go in the half. And that was a hit to the head.
Unsportsmanlike. So this is another situation. Spiro, you mentioned earlier, 2 goals on the EML.
This one's just 1 minute, though, not 2
You're
minutes.
giving the Dragons another opportunity, though.
Yep. Tomac feeds far side to Donnelly. Back up top to Tomac. Near side to Augustine. So they work it around. Back up top to Donnelly. Near side to Curcio. Back up top, Donnelly. Over to Augustine. Work it on the far side.
Tiger defense doing a nice job with rotation.
Feed down low, and
Skip
Augustine pass with an easy goal right through the legs of Evan Long as he was right on the crease. And it's 4-2 Drexel, and 3 of those goals have come in extra mans.
Yeah, great skip pass by Sean Lindsay. He was at the top of the box, and Augustine just had his feet tippy-toed right on the crease. Skip pass down low, high-low fake. Evan Long is not going to stop that. But Ray Glass with the penalty.
And again, unreleasable. There's 27 seconds still left on it.
Just like when we played Loyola here. Loyola had all fast transition goals and couldn't score on 6-on-6. Towson Deese on 6-on-6 settled is doing a nice job. Like you said, they've given up 3 on extra man.
Tigers get the face-off as Joseph called for a hold, and Towson can kill the penalty off now as Weissauer has it out front. Down to 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. 4-2 in favor of the Dragons. Weissauer throws it over on the far side as he gets it to Weber. Teams are at even strength. Weber throws behind to Villa Gomez to Weissauer, moving in Somebody had their stick broken. So the Tigers with an advantage here.
You got to go for this.
Shot by DeMeo, wide right. I think it was Connor McVicker had his stick broken. Ran off, got another one. Tigers have 30 left on the shot clock.
He's got this.
Weber comes in, shoots, and a save by Blumenthal.
You got to change your planes or shoot offside. Nice save.
The other way come the Dragons. George Grippo directing traffic. Comes down the right, feeds top of the box, Mulcahy. Back to Grippo, over on the right. Shot hits the pipe by Semple and goes out of bounds. Drexel there. 60 left on the shot clock, 4:29 to go in the half.
That was a goal. Towson very fortunate there. Big pipe shot.
So you've mentioned that this team has played very well in 6-on-6 defensively. It's the other stuff which is caused the problems. Martin coming down the right side. Working on Ray Glass. Tries to move in. Feeds behind the cage to Donnelly. Work it up the left side to Mulcahy. Mulcahy back behind to Donnelly. Back up top.
Need a check here.
Matt Martin gets it to Semple, top right. 15 on the shot clock. Semple shoots from outside.
Nice
the
save
by Evan Long. So Tigers will try to clear with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, trailing 4-2.
Wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout. You get it up here and set up an offense, get a goal.
Reese Potter dodging, works his way in, loses it. Ball knocked loose. Is that a flag on the far side?
Yes.
Okay. We've got a flag, I guess, against Drexel.
Let's see what we got here. Offsides, technical 30.
So the Tigers will have their first extra man of the afternoon. On the year, Towson 33%. Drexel is allowed 37%.
And even though you might have an outside candidate here, an outside look, with Blumenthal as hot as he is, you got to make that extra pass.
Weissauer up top, feed left side to Berkeley. To Villa Gomez. Extended to Bender, who throws a pass over the head of DeMeo and out of bounds. Drexel will get it back with 2:57 to go in the half and 15 left on the penalty.
Just unnecessary, not a good pass at all.
Work it over midfield. Get it out front to Mulcahy. Dragons led 3-1 after the first quarter, each team with a goal here in the second. As Augustine waiting for his compatriot Luke Tomac to come out. He backs up all the way to the midfield stripe. Passes now down the left side to Mulcahy, who gets it behind to Augustine. Augustine moves in, shoots, and a save by Evan Long. Point blank, and ball goes out of bounds, will remain Drexel ball, new shot clock.
Evan has 6 saves on 22 shots. Fresh, looks like a fresh 60 they're going to go with.
Yep. As Donnelly will start it from along the end line. Feeds it over to Augustine. He's behind. Trying to work his way up the right side. Getting bumped around by Glass. Both wear number 55. Back behind. Semple. Double team. Gets stripped and picked up by Glass.
Push it, Ray.
1:38 to go in the first half.
Come on, Brandon
midfield
Hunt.
comes Hund. Hun comes flying down, feed, left side, Villagomez down low, shot taken by Bender, and another save by Blumenthal. And Bender not happy with himself as he had a point-blank opportunity that he could not do anything with as Sean Nadlin calls timeout.
Wide open, fast break. Man, credit Blumenthal. He's played terrific. He's got 6 saves. Feels like he's got 10. Towson's had opportunities to score, but Blumenthal's put a lid on it.
Hey, he's got a 75% save percentage so far. 1:28 to go in the half with the Tigers trailing Drexel 4-2.
This is a good timeout, though. That should have been a goal, but
if we watch the replay, Bender comes down, tried to go high. Blumenthal got a stick on it. Again, the Tigers at 1-5. They won their first game of the year against Mount St. Mary's.
Look like world beaters.
And have now lost 5 in a row. While Drexel's coming off, they've gone lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. So this should be a lose day. Not so far.
We'll see.
As they beat St. Joe's last Saturday, 18-16. A team the Tigers lost to, 16-13.
Yeah, but Blumenthal in that game had 16 saves. St. Joe goalie only had 7.
That's only a 28% save percentage. That's not very good.
That's why they're losing this year. They have goalie issues.
So the Tigers will have the ball with 68 seconds on the shot clock. 1:28 left in the half. Trailing 4-2. We've seen this before. The Tigers only scored 4 goals against UMBC 2 weeks ago. Villagomez will start it along the end line. Passes on the far side. Work it out near midfield. Tigers get it to Chop Gallagher. Near side, Austin Stewart. Stewart, top of the box. Passes to his left to Gallagher.
With a
Gallagher
shorty.
coming down. Feeds behind to Villagomez. Up the right side to DeMeo. He spins.
Keep your feet, son. Keep
Falls
your feet.
down, gets up, shoots wide. And the Tigers there, they'll keep it. 56 left in the half, 36 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Nick DeMeo's just having trouble keeping his feet today. He can't stand up. And he's banged up.
And now Ryan Swain gets stripped. Ball
That's
loose.
That's Towson ball, though.
And
should be
it
Tiger
will remain
ball.
Tiger ball.
Another timeout.
Sean Nadlin calls another timeout. So the Tigers trailing 4-2 with 45.1 seconds left.
I think Towson's got to pick up the pace. I think they're doing the Drexel defense a lot of favors, a very stagnant offense. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, when you have transition, you've got to take it. But just your pace of the passes on the outside have got to pick up. It's too slow. What's Drexel reacting to? Very little, because the ball it's very stagnant. You got to move the ball quicker. You got to play a little faster.
When you have a hot goalie,
you've got to make the next pass. Yeah. Like if you're here and you think you have a shot, make that extra pass. Go backside, because that way that goalie has to move. He goes from one pipe to the other pipe. Good chances he's not going to get it. Towson's also doing a lot of stick to stick, high to high. Change up your planes.
All right, so Tigers have 25 on the shot clock, 45 left in the half.
Yeah, you've got 25 seconds to go, 45 in the half. It's 4-2. Get one goal here.
Weber will start it for the Tigers on the near side. Comes up top, throws it out.
They're going to go to Weishauer.
Weishauer coming down the right. Turns, looking. 10 on the shot clock. Wines shoots.
That's not going to do it.
Easy save for Blumenthal.
Yeah, there's nothing on it.
There's 20 seconds left. Don't let Drexel get a cheapie here. As they come over midfield with Charlie Malley. Feed out front. Shot. Hits the pipe. Rejection comes off. Scored. Drexel. George Grippo.
Wow.
With 5 seconds left in the half. What did I say? Don't let him get a cheapie here.
Yeah. 5-2. Looks a lot different than 4-2. Towson with plenty of possession. Drexel gets it down. Loose ball. It hits the pipe. Grippo picks it up and lays it in.
His first goal of the year. So Plotz, who hadn't scored, has a goal, and Grippo, who hasn't scored, has a goal.
So Justin Joseph is 5'7", 205. He's a transfer from Long Island University. He's a graduate student. And he gets the ball here.
He wins the face-off, but
ball
then
down.
his stick knocked out, and that's it. The half comes to an end. So Drexel outscored the Tigers 3-1 in the first quarter. They outscored the Tigers 2-1 in the second quarter. The teams will have a lot to talk about here at halftime. Again, after 30 minutes, Drexel 5, Towson 2 from Van Wagner Sports. This is the Towson Tigers Men's Lacrosse Network. Tigers trailed Drexel 5-2 at halftime. Goals for the Dragons: Tomac with 2, Augustine, Grippo, and Plotz with 1. Donnelly with 2 assists, and Mulcahy with 2 assists. For the Tigers, Berkeley and Marin with goals, Bender and Constantinidis with assists. Shots 24-19 in favor of Drexel, although the Tigers outshot them 11-8 in the second quarter. Ground balls 17-11 Drexel. Faceoffs 5-3 Dragons. Both teams pretty good on clears. Drexel 13 of 14. Tigers 11 of 12. Extra mans. Drexel has 3 extra man goals. Tigers did not score on theirs. Blumenthal with 7 saves. Evan Long with 6, and turnovers. Drexel with 10. The Tigers with 8. So if you're Sean Nadlin, what are you saying here?
We got to pick up the pace offensively. It's just too stagnant. Well, you've got 2 goals on 19 shots. Now, credit, just like, look, St. Joseph's, Blumenthal's a good goalie. About 3 years ago, Drexel played, might have been 4 years ago, Drexel played Notre Dame. I think he might have been a freshman or sophomore. Drexel went to Notre Dame and played them in the tournament, the first round. They almost beat them. And Blumenthal played outstanding versus Notre Dame. The kid's a very good goalie. Towson's got to shoot the ball better, but they got to move it a little quicker. Their pace is too slow for me.
All right, we'll come back, take a look at scores from around the nation at halftime. Drexel 5, Towson 2, back to Johnny Unitas Stadium. Tigers trailing here 5-2 as we are at halftime. Take a look at scores around the nation. Air Force leads Queens 8-3 in the third quarter. Canisius over Marist 12-10 in the second. Cleveland State over Lindenwood 9-4 in the third. Colgate leads Lafayette 7-5 in the third. Cornell crushing Yale 12-4 in the third quarter. Mercer over Detroit Mercy 9-6 in the second. Georgetown destroying High Point 14-3 in the second. We have no update from Hampton and Stony Brook, which started at noon. LIU leads Mount St. Mary's 9-7 in the second. Manhattan over Sacred Heart 5-3 in the third. Marquette leads Penn State 6-5 in the second. Vermont over NJIT 6-5 in the second. Quinnipiac leading Wagner 8-6 in the second. VMI leads Siena 10-6 in the third. Albany over UMass Lowell 10-3 in the second. Before we went on the air, I said to you, is it possible UMBC might be really good? Well, they're losing to Bryant 9-4 in the third quarter. So those are the scores so far.
Sure.
And again, our one conference game that's going on, Stony Brook and Hampton in Hampton, and we've gotten no scores out of that one. So
But if you look at the stats today, extra mans, Drexel's 3 for 3, Towson's 0 for 1. 3 extra mans, three goals, 5-2.
All right, we're back with the second half, halftime, 5-2 Drexel from Van Wagner Sports. This is the Towson Tigers Men's Lacrosse Network. Tigers trailing 5-2 as we get set for the second half of play here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Again, partly cloudy day, windy and brisk is the way I would put it. Tigers will move left to right here in this to start this third quarter.
Drexel with 24 shots already.
As Constantinides and
he moved early. Drexel ball.
Drexel got the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons come down. Work it out to Mulcahy. Mulcahy up top, throws far side as he gets it to Semple. Semple feeds behind.
Need a push out here.
Plotz shoots wide and a flag. Tiger's going to be a man down.
Not good.
Plotz works it up top left, gets it to Tomac. Over on the far side to Mulcahy. Mulcahy works it behind to Hooley. Hooley comes up. Ooh. He shoots wide, but grabbed from behind by Donnelly. He comes in and scores.
Yeah, Towson was not matched up well at all on defense, and Donnelly recognized he does an inside roll, keeps it really close to the crease, and inside rolls is Zungalia 6-2.
56 seconds into this third quarter. And Constantinides, you know, he hasn't had many violations this year. He's had 3 of them already here today.
These face-offs have not been clean on either side. There's been a lot of, just not a lot of clean ground balls off the break. One thing you can't do is you can't leave early, and he's done that 3 times already.
Hold up here on getting the face-off started for some reason.
That's McNamara and Towson's going to be down here. That's unsportsmanlike. So
1 minute. So only one wing for the Tigers.
Important face-off, to say the least.
And it gets kicked backward and a hold on Drexel, so the Tigers will get it. They can try to kill this penalty. Constantinides feeds it over to Villagomez.
You want like Josh Weber out there, or Weishauer with the ball.
And Mikey Weissauer has it. Still 40 seconds left on the penalty. And Mikey just standing on the near side. Freshman from Archbishop Spalding. The Tigers will have about 23 seconds left on the shot clock once the penalty is killed. Trailing the Dragons 6-2. Minute 45 into this third quarter. Penalty down to 5 seconds.
Here we go. Here comes Josh Weber.
And we are at even strength.
Yep. Got to make it quick here, guys.
Weissauer up top. Passes to his left to Villagomez. Comes to the top.
Ooh.
Stops. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Weissauer comes in, shoots high. The Tigers backing it up. 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
I wouldn't just chuck the ball here. I'd try to do a quick stuff on the crease.
Berkeley will start it. Takes it behind. Comes up. Turns.
He's got
spins,
this.
Shoots and scores.
He's got it. That's a goal. Yep.
Brian Volker is saying that the shot clock expired.
Nope.
The
They called it a
official
goal.
said no. So Berkeley with his second goal of the afternoon, his 11th of the year, and the Tigers down 6-3.
You asked how you beat Blumenthal? Go one-on-one and shoot the ball 4 yards in front of them. See if we can go a little bit of a roll here and wake up here offensively.
So Joseph and Konstantinidis go at it again. Joseph has taken all but 6 of the faceoffs this year.
Oh, he went early this time.
And Konstantinidis has taken all but 6 of the Tigers' faceoffs.
They got to push this.
Feed to Reese Potter. Sends it on the far side to Villa Gomez. So Tigers will set up the offense. They bring the first unit back out. Berkeley along with Weber and Weissauer. Weissauer has it up top. Passes far side to Weber.
He's got it.
Brings it top of the box. Feed to his left to Berkeley. Gets it down low, and it gets past Villa Gomez and out of bounds.
A little touch pass, Berkeley to Gomez. It wasn't a good pass. It was right to his knees.
So now the Dragons will try to clear. They get it up to Carden, who brings it over midfield to Mulcahy. 6-3 Dragons, just under 12 minutes to go, third quarter.
I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game. Clearly, I was wrong.
That happens once every 7-8 months.
It happens quite a bit. I have a lot of issues in my life.
Waller comes down, and he scores.
Offside low. Casey Waller, 5'7", $150 from IMG Academy.
Third goal of the year.
Hometown Ellicott City, Maryland. Comes down, sweeps left side, low and away on Evan Long.
Well, we've had scoring here in the second half, Glenn. We've only played 3.5 minutes. We have 3 goals. So now, 2 face-off men go at it again. Konstantinidis wins. Flips it backwards to Marin. Gives it off to Reese Potter. Potter gets it out to Berkeley, and the first unit going to come out again. Third straight run for them. Weber throws it out to Weissauer. He comes to the top of the box. Passes near side to Weber.
He's got
Weber
it.
comes down, shoots, and
It's a pipe.
Blumenthal.
Ooh.
The ball loose.
Nice
and
ground
picked
ball.
up by Weber. Weber double
That's a
team.
hook. There you go.
And a flag down.
Move it.
Get it to Weissauer. Weissauer feeds DeMayo, and Blumenthal with a save off that rocket shot, and now the penalty will be enforced.
Maybe a slash, at least a hold on Drexel.
Well, the Tigers have to take advantage of these opportunities, that's for sure.
They were pounding Josh Weber. He just pelting him. Hold, technical 30.
Tigers 0 for 1 in extra mans today. So the Tigers will start it from the near side. As Weissauer will put it into play, sends it down to DeMayo. Feed, far side, up top to Alex Reed. Reed over to Weissauer, back over to Berkeley, up top, passes to his left, Villa Gomez into DeMayo, who shoots, and it was about 6 feet over the goal.
He didn't take his time. It was great little play, a little wheel offense. He was open on the crease.
10 left on the penalty. DeMayo up top, Weissauer, far side, Berkeley. Back up top, Weissauer over to his left. DeMeo back to Weissauer. Feed down low, and Reed tried to shoot before he had the ball. It's loose, right side of the crease, and scooped up by the Dragons.
Man. When you're on extra man and you have that pass down low on a 3-3, a skip pass, you've got to catch it. It was there.
Teams are at even strength. Dragons leading 7-3, 9:40 to go here in the third quarter. Mulcahy being hounded by Reese Potter finally throws it off to his right to Waller. Get it back up top to Mulcahy. Mulcahy turns, passes back up top, far side. Work it, shot, scorer, Drexel, Semple.
Yep, toe back, just good ball rotation on this. When I say play faster, that's what I mean, like just quicker ball movement where the Towson defense has to react. Toe back to Semple, low bottom corner. He's a lefty, loves the low bottom corner and away. Evan Long starting to let a couple in here. He was tough in the first half, but
Glenn, you got to slow this up. I mean, you're down 5 goals all of a sudden. 9:23 to go third quarter.
Yep.
And violation on Constantinides. It'll be Drexel ball. And if Matt has another one, the Tigers going to be a man down. Work it out front as they get it to Mulcahy. Throw it on the far side. Now back up top to Semple. Semple passes to his left to Waller. Back over to Semple. Far side, Curcio. Curcio swings it behind. Top left to Mulcahy. 40 on the shot clock. Back up top to Waller. Feed on the far side to Semple. Behind. Donnelly out front. Curcio. Curcio feeds up top to Waller. Passes to his right to Curcio, about 20 yards from the crease. Moving, shoots,
That's
and
a goal.
He scores.
Yeah, he went high to high.
Curcio with the goal, his third of the year. 9-3 Dragons.
Yeah, I don't think Evan Long saw that coming out of his stick and went high to high, and he's given up some goals here in the second half, no doubt about it.
Drexel has outscored the Tigers 4-1.
It's going to be tough to come back
6:43.
now. I mean, you're down 6 goals, and you're not playing well offensively.
And at this point, you'd think Drexel may decide to start taking some time.
I don't think they're built like that. I think they'll keep the pedal to the metal.
Constantinides with a clean win sends it over to DeMeo. Nick gets it back to Constantinides up top to Reese Potter.
Finally, you see that second midfield unit, Austin Stewart with it.
Now Swain will come out along with Chop Gallagher. You get it to Gallagher out top. Gallagher comes down the right, throws it back behind the cage to Villagomez. Villagomez on the far side. Up top to Swain. Swain moving to his right. Feeds it back behind to Bender. Now back over to Villagomez. Dodging, shooting at the feet of Blumenthal, who makes a clean save.
Yeah, he was doubled right away. Good job by Drexel. Big save, Blumenthal.
So they get it on the far side. And bringing it over midfield is Luke Carden. 9-3 Dragons. They met once last year. The Tigers won. And through a double team. Work it over to Plotz. Plotz in front. Pass gets away. A whistle against the Dragons.
Towson ball. Brandon Hunt's like, come on, man. Give me the ball. Here comes Sam Morin. They're offside again.
Flag goes down. Tigers lead the all-time series 47-12. But 8 of those 12 wins have come during the Brian Volker era at Drexel. Weber passes over to Weissauer. Weissauer up top. Far side, gets it to Berkeley. Berkeley winds, shoots wide.
Here comes the penalty.
And now the penalty.
30 seconds offsides on Drexel.
6:14 to go in the third quarter. 9-3 Dragons. So the Tigers will start it on the near side with DeMayo. It's out there with Bender, Weissauer, Villigomez, Berkeley, and Reed. Behind to Bender. Near side DeMayo. Up the right to Weissauer. Top of the box Reed. Far side Berkeley. Pass to his left to Villigomez. Now to Bender. Behind to Reed. Up the right Weissauer. Top of the box. Left side Villigomez. Back up top Berkeley.
Looking for that skip pass. Yep, there it is.
There it is. DeMayo fires and scores.
Yep.
9-4.
Berkeley skip pass backside. DeMayo with his left hand. Towson with a much-needed goal.
5:45 to go here in this third quarter. We had 7 goals scored the entire first half. We've had 6 here in the first 9:15 of the third quarter. So there's your high scoring you were expecting. And a whistle against Joseph, and the Tigers will get it. And that's a flag. That's their third violation. So the Tigers get an extra man.
This is a great opportunity. You got to get it to at least to like 9-6. But a goal here would be huge.
So Berkeley will start it off from out near midfield.
A great opportunity to beat Blumenthal, too. 6-on-5. You've got that extra guy.
Villigomez works it behind. Get it in the bottom right to Reed. Back up the left to Villigomez. Now top right to Weissauer. He passes far side to Berkeley. Back up top, Weissauer to DeMayo. Another rocket. This one high, but Bender is back. Tigers will keep it with 9 left on the penalty. To Reed. Back up top, DeMayo. Weissauer over to Berkeley. Shot wide by Villigomez. Teams are at even strength.
Well, at least they have the ball and they didn't turn it over. That's big. Still have it. Take advantage of the short sticks here.
Weissauer feeds behind to Reed. Reed takes it on the far side. Gives it off to Bender, bottom left corner. 30 left on the shot clock. Bender up the right to DeMayo. Get it on the far side to Berkeley. Berkeley moving in, looking for the hat trick. He's got it. 9-5.
He's starting to warm up, isn't he? Towson doing a nice job, even though they missed on an extra man. They keep the ball. They just a ball rotation on the outside. Berkeley on the right splits the defense 1-on-1. And that's how you beat Blumenthal. These close, 8 yards and in, because he's saving everything else.
All right. Joseph has to be very careful because he's already over the limit.
Well, he touched the ball there. Officials, I don't think saw it.
He gets it.
Yeah.
And then loses it over midfield.
Yeah,
then he falls on it.
That's a delay of game. There it is. Yep. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't lay on the ball.
Joseph is not swift of foot.
I'm not going to go there because I've had some issues in my life being overweight. But yes.
I didn't say he was overweight. I just said he's not swift
Well,
of
he's
foot.
5'7", 205, but he's a pretty darn good fogo for Drexel.
Swain throws it behind. Tigers can go on a little run here.
Yeah, they got to push it. Keep it hot. Here you go.
Chop.
Oh,
Gallagher
yeah!
scores from outside.
Just good ball movement by Towson. Chop Gallagher with a swing move goes over top the defender, and Drexel's calling a timeout. We got back to that 9-6, which is big. 9-3, ooh, yuck. 9-6, hey, we're still in it.
All right, we'll come back. 4:07 to go, third quarter. Drexel leads 9-6 from Van Wagner Sports. This is the Towson Tigers Men's Lacrosse Network. Tigers on a roll. They were down 9-3. They've scored 3 straight to cut it to 9-6 with 4:07 to go here in this third quarter. And it hasn't been a good couple of minutes for Justin Joseph, the face-off man for Delaware.
He left early again. Yep. Yeah,
And the Tigers going to be a man up again.
They should think about switching him. He's really hurting them right now. Towson going back with the ones. Weishauer, Berkeley, and
Well, the extra man.
well, extra man. I'm sorry.
So Berkeley will start it from out near midfield.
We like extra man. Come on, Towson. 9-6. Let's wake up here.
Berkeley throws it to Weishauer, top of the box, right side to Mayo. Feed it down to Reed. Back up top to Weishauer, far side to Berkeley.
Keep it hot. He's looking for that skip pass again.
Over on the left to Villa Gomez.
There it is.
10 left
Oh,
on
it's a
the
tip. It's a
penalty.
tip.
And it goes out of bounds and stays with the Tigers with 6 on the penalty.
Got to
Reed
keep it. Go ahead.
to Weishauer, top of the box, far side Berkeley, back up top Weishauer to DeMayo. Teams are at even strength.
That's okay. Go to your short stick advantage here. Oh, he's got this.
Berkeley coming down the left, backs up, starts towards the crease, throws behind to Villa Gomez.
He's been quiet.
He comes up the left, throws out front to Bender. Near side, DeMayo. DeMayo coming down. Throws back up the right to Weishauer. Spins, comes in, shoots high.
That was a nice move.
14 left on the shot clock as Berkeley will put it back into play. 3 minutes to go in the third, 9-6 in favor of the Dragons. Berkeley comes up
Watch
the
the
right.
double here.
Ball loose, 5 on the shot clock. And Berkeley picks it up, and that's it. Shot clock violation. So now the Dragons will have possession, which they haven't had in a while. As Grippo brings it over midfield. Gets it out to Mulcahy. Near side to Hooley.
Holy CA Rookie of the Year last week.
Pass on the far side. Tomac. Now to the near side to Mulcahy. Mulcahy comes down the left. Get it in the bottom right-hand corner to Curcio. Curcio working on the short stick glass. Feed behind to Donnelly. Back up top, Mulcahy. 30 on the shot clock. Over to Tomac. Tomac, middle of the field, 20 yards from the crease. Far side, Curcio. Pass top left to Mulcahy. He comes down, trying to move in towards the crease.
Deflection.
Shoots and it's deflected by Bars. Ball rolling loose. 10 on the shot clock. Goes out of bounds over to Drexel. Minute 33 to go in the quarter. 9-6 Dragons. 8 seconds. Work it behind.
Got a double here.
Feed, pass
take it.
goes awry, goes out of bounds and over to the Tigers.
Nice defensive stand there. Evan Long really wasn't contested. Towson doing a nice job on the perimeter.
Glass throws it over midfield to Colby Bars. Both teams have scored 4 goals here in the third quarter.
Colby's got to run here. You just got to run it.
He comes in, he's stripped, and it goes right to Blumenthal.
That might have been a good time for a timeout there.
Minute to go in the third quarter. Dragons trying to clear. Near side to Carden. Carden over midfield. Gets it to Hooley. Hooley feeds middle of the field to Plotz. Plotz waiting for Waller to come on. And he'll throw to him. Down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock, not an issue here. Back over to Plotz, top left. Don't get a cheapie here, Glenn. They got one at the end of the second quarter.
Yes, they did.
Plotz takes it behind. 10
double
seconds.
Here. Need a double. Good job, Brandon Hunt.
Hunt strips it away. Ball loose, and with 3 seconds left, he's just going to heave it down the field. And Blumenthal gets a cheap save. And that's the end of the third quarter. So we played 45 minutes. It was looking really bleak at one point. It was 9-3 in favor of the Dragons, but the Tigers scored the last 3 goals of the quarter, cut it to 9-6. We come back with a final 15 minutes at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Tigers outshot the Dragons 14-7 in that third quarter. Both teams with 4 goals. Berkeley with a hat trick for the Tigers today. Tomac has 2 goals for the Dragons, and then 7 other guys each with a goal. 11 saves by Blumenthal, 6 for Evan Long. In faceoffs in that third quarter, 6-3 in favor of the Tigers, so they now have a 9-8 advantage overall, and Joseph got hit with a couple of penalties.
Yeah, Kyle Berkeley at halftime was 1 goal on 5 shots in the third quarter, 2 for 3. 3 goals and an assist, so he's been in the bright spot offensively. DeMeo only 1 for 7 on shooting.
And the Tigers will move right to left here in this fourth quarter. As Constantinides and Joseph will go at it again. And this face-off kick to the Tigers' side. Ground ball loose. As Reese Potter had it, lost it.
Nice job,
right to DeMeo. And then DeMeo gets hammered, and as he's falling down, throws it out near midfield and gets it to Marin. The Tigers will set up on offense.
Huge face-off there.
Weissauer throws it on the far side to Weber. Weber coming down the right.
He's got it.
Shoots at the feet of Blumenthal and goes out of bounds, but the Tigers backing it up. 53 left on the shot clock. As Bender has it behind. Comes up, feeds it to Berkeley. Far side. Weissauer lost it, and Drexel comes away with the ball.
They got a break here. Look at this.
And that shot was way off the mark. That was Liam Kammer. I mean, he was about 8 yards off the mark on that shot. Tell you who I don't think we've seen today is Jordan Hayes. Short stick defensive midi.
They use Ray Glass a lot now.
Work it back behind the cage to Donnelly. Feed it out front to Waller. Waller passes to his left. Work it. Shot high from the far side there by Tomac. 43 left on the shot clock as Mulcahy will put it back into play. Get it over to Donnelly. And work it out near midfield to Waller. working on the short stick of Glass, who hammers him to the ground. Gets up, throws it to his right to Hooley. 25 on the shot clock. Back behind the Mulcahy. Colby Bars with a long stick on him. Comes up, gets cut off. Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Good double here by
Towson. Just cannot get away.
Oh,
Gives
no.
it off to Tomac, who
Good
shoots.
save.
And a save by Evan Long.
Yeah, Tomac is the one person on this team that scares me. I don't mind the other guys scoring.
12:50 to go in the game. 9-6 in favor of the Dragons.
Glass needs a little help here.
He'll throw it on the far side to Austin Stewart.
He's got a shorty on him. Let's see if he goes behind here.
Work it out to Chop Gallagher. And Gallagher gives it off to Alex Reed, who will bring it back behind the crease.
Need a backup here. This is an invert, but you need a backup on the shot.
Reed working on
He's got it.
Shoots
Yeah!
and he scores. Alex Reed up the right side. And for Alex, that's his third goal of the year.
Happy for him.
And down to a 2-goal Drexel advantage. And now the Dragons, who were up 6, now only up 2, maybe getting a little tighter.
But here's the thing. We keep scoring. If Towson keeps scoring, well, we get back to the X where Justin Joseph is having difficulty just not being set. There he is.
And Konstantinidis wins the faceoff. Might have gotten that right off the referee's body. Throws it up top. Gets it to Villagomez. Tigers down 2. First CAA game of the year. These games are all important.
They're going back to that second unit. Chop with a shorty.
Again, unlike basketball, in lacrosse, only the top 4 teams make the tournament.
Somebody's got.
There's
Oh!
a shot by Gallagher and a save by Blumenthal up the right side.
Yeah, he pumps that and goes low. It's a goal. But credit Blumenthal again. 12 saves.
Dragons trying to clear. They get it over midfield. 11:18 to go. Tigers down 9-7. Mulcahy has it top right. Throws it up top to Curcio. Comes down the left. Curcio will take it back behind the cage.
Need a double here. GLE.
He shoots from outside and scores. 10-7 Dragons.
Yeah, he was
10:56 to go.
He was matched up on Austin Stewart, who obviously doesn't play D-Midi, and it was an advantage for Drexel, and Towson didn't slide. Good shot by Curcio.
That ends a 4-0 Tiger run. 10:56 to go. Face-off is controlled by Konstantinidis. And he'll give it off to Villagomez. Dragon team coming off a game where they scored 18 goals against St. Joe's. Tigers coming off a game where they scored 12 against Virginia. Up top is Weber. He comes down and will swing it behind to Villagomez. Villagomez up the left. He feeds to Bender. Back to Villagomez. Up top to Berkeley. Far side, DeMeo shoots high, and Blumenthal makes a save right next to his head. So here come the Dragons as they clear.
Yeah, there's a turnover.
And they throw it out of bounds.
Oh.
Oop, it's going to maybe deflected by the Tigers. It'll stay Dragon ball. 9:55 to go in the game. 10-7 in favor of Drexel. Donnelly throws it up the far side as Tomac has it. working on the shorty Glass. And Glass
Nice
strips
strip.
it away, but Tomac lost his stick.
Gotta push it.
And the Tigers have it.
Push it.
Feed. Colby Bars flips it to
Timeout, Towson.
Spagnoli, and the timeout by Sean Nadlin. So we'll take a break. 9:25 to go. It is Drexel 10, Towson 7. From Van Wagner Sports, this is the Towson Tigers Men's Lacrosse Network. 9:25 remaining in the game. Tigers trailing Drexel 10-7. Tigers will have the ball with 75 on the shot clock. Tigers were down 5-2 at halftime. Then were down 9-3 in the third quarter before they scored the final 3 goals of the quarter. And each team has scored a goal here in the fourth. Berkeley, top right. Coming down the right side, throws it up top to Weissauer. Weissauer moving in, feeds behind to Berkeley.
It looks like he might have this. He's coming back.
Dodging through a triple team, shoots, and the ball kicked away, rolling loose. And a new shot clock for the Tigers.
Nice strip.
And it goes out of bounds.
That's a
off
shame.
Of Weissauer. It'll be Drexel ball. 8:45 to go, down 3. Time not a complete factor yet, Glenn, but it's getting close.
Well,
And now a bad pass, and the Tigers come away
they
with
got to push this. Push it. Look up.
it. Weber
Look up.
comes down, feeds it to Mayo, and the pass is wide out of bounds.
Oh, la, 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 la. DeMayo was open 3 minutes ago. He just didn't see him. He didn't keep his head up. And, man, you had one there.
Greenwald over midfield, gets it to Mulcahy. As the Dragons work it behind to Donnelly. Feed on the far side to Hooley.
And, yeah, when you're up by 3, they're gonna spread it out now. I mean,
You're down to under 8 minutes to go. Waller.
I think Towson's got to extend out here and chase a little bit.
Feed back up top to Hooley. 38 on the shot clock. Hooley coming down the right. McNamara with a long stick on him. Takes it back behind. Comes up the right.
Oh, he's got this inside.
Now feeds back behind to Curcio. 20 on the shot clock. Curcio trying to move in. He can't. Throw it back up top to Mulcahy. Mulcahy shoots and a save by Evan Long. Gets it out to McNamara. 7:10 to go in the game. Tigers down 10-7.
Brandon Hunt's open.
McNamara up top to Hund, over on the far side to Austin Stewart.
We need to score.
Yeah.
I mean, this sitting around with the ball to me just, I think you got to push it.
Feed it out to Reed. Alex will take it back behind the cage. 45 on the shot clock. 6:35 to go in the game. Reed comes up the right. Feed out top to Gallagher. Dodges. Shoots wide, but Bender is back. 33 left on the shot clock.
Plenty of time. Keep it hot. Keep your feet moving. Pick it up. Pick the pace up.
Far side, Stewart. He dodges. Comes to the top.
He's got it.
Comes in. Shoots. Ball loose in front of the cage as Blumenthal stopped it.
It's a nice move. He didn't have anything on the shot.
And now Drexel will try to clear with 6:05 to go.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to come down here and exhale.
And McVicker throws it off as he gets it to Augustine. Feed, far side. And Hooley backs up. Looked like he had an opportunity to do something there. Down to 5:38.
Oh, yeah, they're going to stretch this out. Why would you?
Far side, Plotz. Gets it up top to Hooley. Back over to Plotz. Back up top. Top right to Augustine. Feeds to Semple. Semple double team. 25 on the shot clock. Coming in, Tomac shoots high. That's the guy you said scares you, and he had an opportunity there.
One more, it's over. So
5:12 to go in the game. 20 on the shot clock. Donnelly from behind. Comes up, turns, shoots.
Towson ball.
Terrible shot as the Tigers, Brandon Hunn wins the race to the end line. All right, you got to score here, Glenn.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go. Long pass to McNamara over midfield. He gets it to Villagomez.
We got to go to the goal now. You got to get it. You got to be within one to tie it up, right?
Right.
You know what Drexel's going to do when they get the ball
back? You got
back?
to be within 2 to get it to 1.
Correct.
Lights out.
Push it.
Comes down the right. Feed up top to Berkeley. Berkeley, top left to Weber.
He's got this.
Weber, crossfield pass. Weissauer fires
Low
a
to
rocket,
low.
but it's knocked away. Ball loose, left of the crease.
Got it
and
again.
coming up with it is DeMayo. DeMayo feeds it to Bender. Bender comes in, crossfield to Gomez. Still 28 on the shot clock. 4:05 to go in the game. Crossfield, Weber down low. Villagomez scores.
Nice ball rotation. I think Drexel was in a little bit of a zone there. Good perimeter passing. Villagomez left on the right side.
3:58 to go.
And here's where
10-8.
Justin Joseph is a factor again. Constantinides has really dominated him. He's had trouble just being set. A lot of legal procedures.
He's got quite the leg wrap on his left leg, too, does Joseph. And Constantinides
He's got
wins
this.
it.
He's got
Comes
it.
down. Flips it to his right to DeMayo. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Triple team, ball loose. And picked up by the Dragons. They get it back to Blumenthal. Couldn't handle it.
Great job,
Constantinides
Towson.
comes up with it.
So what is it? Oh, my
but
gosh. They're giving
whistle
it back.
against the Tigers.
I don't get that. What was it, a moving pick or something?
3:40 to go.
I didn't see it.
10-8 Dragons.
That was a killer. Now, you know what they're going to do now, right?
And they can take it down to under 2.5 minutes to go here as Waller has it out front. Work it on the far side.
You got to lock on your man. Everybody pick up. No zone here. You got to spread out to make to show some disruption and get the ball back.
Hooley gives it off to Donnelly on the far side. Donnelly takes it back in the corner. 2:53 to go, 30 on the shot clock. Donnelly back behind again, comes up the right. Spins.
I don't
Falls
know why
down.
he's even.
Gets up, shoots,
That's
deflected, and in the crease on Donnelly, and the Tigers will get it with 2:38 to go, down by 2.
I don't get what this kid's doing, Donnelly. I mean, you're up by 2 goals. Pull it out. Use the clock. He turns it over.
Potter gets it ahead to Hund. He gets over midfield.
We got to
Pass
push it here,
far
guys.
side to Berkeley.
Push it, guys.
2:20 left in the game. Berkeley brings it behind the crease. Comes up.
So Drexel's in like a hot call. They're sliding quick, doubling the ball.
Weber moves to his right. He comes down the right side. Throws it back up top to DeMayo. Spins again. Shoots right-handed, and it's wide, but the Tigers backing it up. 36 on the shot clock. Minute 53 to go in the game.
Need to go now.
Billy Gomez shoots, deflected in front, and picked up by the Dragons, Luke Carden. 1:40 to go. And now if they can clear, they can waste all but about 20 seconds. As Blumenthal finally throws to his right to Carden.
Look at this.
And a long shot by Carden goes over everything, but Donnelly was backing it up.
That has been well scouted versus Towson this year. Towson goes in and do a 10-man ride, and every team takes a shot at the goal.
And again, Glenn, they can now take it down to 27 seconds without shooting the ball.
Towson doubling the ball, as they should.
Tomac comes in, empty net, scores.
It's over now.
Minute 6 to go.
Yep.
11-8.
Towson pulled the goalie. Towson with 44 shots on 8 goals. Drexel 39 shots with 11 goals. 1-6 Towson is headed to. Wow.
Face off. Kick backward, picked up by Reese Potter. Potter brings it over midfield. And a timeout called by Towson with 56.9 seconds left.
This is going to be a quick out-of-bounds play, I hope. But 3 goals, I don't see it.
Tigers back home next Saturday to take on Fairfield. As that game now becomes imperative.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no two ways about it at this point. You have got to win. See if we can get an update on the Stony Brook Hampton game.
Bryant 15-12 over UMBC in the 4th. Rutgers 7-3 over UMass. Stony Brook beating Hampton. That's a final, 10-2 Stony Brook.
Oh, okay. So Stony Brook joins Delaware at the top of the standings at 1-0. And unless the Tigers pull off a miracle here, Drexel will also be 1-0.
Tonight, Hofstra and Fairfield play at Hofstra.
I'm sure that'll be balmy.
Oh, my gosh. Think it's going to rain up there? Rain and windy? I could see like a 5 o'clock game or something. 7 o'clock? For what?
All right, Berkeley will start it up for the Tigers. Comes down.
Got to go to the goal.
Moves in, shoots and scores. 11-9, 49 seconds left. Kyle with 4 goals today. All right, well, Constantinides wins a face-off, fast break, score.
What you need is a push and pop here. You need to run down with a point man, and somebody's got to take a shot quick.
Down 2 with 49 seconds left. So Towson still
I would have
a little bit of life.
I would have offensive players on the wings here just because you need to go to the goal right away.
Ball down, kick backwards. Potter has it.
Push it. Push it.
Reese brings it over midfield.
Go.
Reese.
Go.
Looking, got to throw to
Oh,
someone.
look at this.
Far side, Marin scores! 36 seconds to go, 11-10.
Why isn't Marin on offense?
He's got 2.
2 goals. He's an offensive juggernaut for Towson. Nice look on the backside.
And now, if you win this faceoff, you've got time. It's not like
push and pop here. You got to now. He did a squirt on the backside. Coach with a little wrinkle here. Josh, timeout, Drexel. Maybe, yep, Drexel. He's going to have Josh Weber on the wing on the faceoff. See, the wings here are important because why? Josh Weber can fly. He can get it down there quick on a little pop out.
So now if you're the Dragons, you're thinking to yourselves, what's going on here?
Well, the face-off.
We had this game won. It was 11-8 with 56 seconds. Now it's 11-10 with 36. Maybe a little tightness on the Dragons. And the Tigers with nothing to lose at this point. They thought this game was over.
You got to go to your big people here. Put Berkeley in on attack. I mean, on your fast break here, you've got to have your big guns on there.
And Joseph has had a terrible second half for the Dragons facing off.
Why would you put him in here?
They're not. Well, yep. Yeah, here he comes. So Constantinidis with a huge, huge opportunity here.
Like I said, Berkeley's going to be on the wing. And looking at Sam Morin today, this kid needs to play more. He's got a heck of a stick.
All right, ball down.
There it is.
And Constantinidis wins it. He comes down, turns, throws backwards to Berkeley.
Do we have a
28 seconds. Kyle.
This backside.
Over. Marin again.
Ties it! Holy cow!
Marin ties the game with 23.5 seconds left.
The long pole.
Hey, you got time to win it in regulation now.
Man, why is Justin Joseph in there? The Long Island transfer, the grad student, has really hurt the Drexel Dragons, but credit Matt Constantinides. What do you do here? Now, we got Reese Potter out there, Sam Board. This kid.
All right, here we go. 23 and a half seconds. Tied at 11. Tigers with 3 goals in 36 seconds.
He's got it again.
Constantinidis comes down. Matt comes in.
Oh, deflection!
Deflected. Ball in the air and picked up by Potter. Reese behind the back. 12 seconds left. DeMeo picks it up. DeMeo comes in. He's double teamed, loses the ball. 4 seconds left. Colby Bars at the buzzer.
Shoot it.
Turnaround shot, no good. We are going to overtime.
Wow. I can't believe we're going to overtime.
It was 11-8 with 56 seconds left.
But this is like Braveheart now, with Justin Joseph on one side and Constantinidis on the other.
I never saw Braveheart.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like the mano a mano. The face-offs here are so important. Hey, let's put it this way. How is Towson back in this game?
I don't know, but we'll come back with overtime.
All right, we'll come back. All right.
Overtime coming up from Johnny Unitas Stadium, 11-all. Back after this.
I mean, this is...
The Tigers were losing 9-3 at one point, and then 11-8 with under a minute to go, and they've scored 3 goals to tie it up as Sam Marin from nowhere, the long stick, a wing on the faceoffs, he's got 3 goals today.
Unbelievable. And guess what? Not bashful goals. I mean confidence and winding up and a huge pole and like with velocity.
11-all, we head to overtime. Joseph and Constantinidis to face off. Ball down.
He left early. Oh, I thought.
So now Drexel will have the ball.
Oh, jeez.
Mulcahy passes, gets it. Top left to Hooley. Hooley back out to the midfield circle to Waller. Far side back to Mulcahy. Back up top to Waller.
Need
Waller
a check.
spins to his right. Feed, work it behind to Donnelly. Top left, they get it to Tomac. Tomac spinning, 45 on the shot clock. Back up top to Waller.
Need a check.
Shoots.
Deflected.
And it's deflected, ball loose. Picked
No
up by
way.
the Dragons and a score. Wow.
Yeah, loose ball situation. Towson. Heartbreaker. Come back, do all that. Tough loss for Towson.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a loose ball situation for the crease. He just does a shovel shot. Here's the replay. Yep.
So the Dragons win it 12-11, 46 seconds into overtime. In what would have been one of the greatest comebacks in school history if they had won. Down by 3 with under a minute to go.
Towson goes to 1-6.
More importantly, 0-1 in the CAA.
Yeah.
And Drexel gets to 4-3. They are 1-0 in the CAA. Berkeley had 4 goals. Marin had 3. We'll come back, take a look at the final stats. From Van Wagner Sports, this is the Towson Tigers Men's Lacrosse Network. Tigers lose today by a final score of 12-11 in overtime. Towson outshot Drexel 48-42. Evan Long, who last week had a tremendous day against Virginia, only had 7 saves today. And Blumenthal, the story for Drexel, is he had 15.
Yes. It's a shame because Towson's offense woke up there at the end of the game. I mean, obviously, they were down 9-3. But heartbreaking loss. It's the thing was Justin Joseph versus Constantinides he was dominating. He won 17-8 prior to that last face-off. He leaves early, unfortunately, in the timeout. They give him the possession. Game over.
So the Tigers back at it next Saturday at noon to take on Fairfield. Glenn and I will be with you on Flow TV and TowsonTigers.com. So again, our final score was Drexel 12, Towson 11. Have a great week.